Students, next we'll discuss about harmful microorganisms. Harmful microorganisms are nothing but the microorganisms which causes diseases in humans, animals and plants. Next, one by one we'll discuss harmful microorganisms. Microorganisms are harmful in many ways. Some of the microorganisms cause diseases in human beings. Such disease-causing microorganisms are called pathogens. Now what is pathogens? Pathogens are nothing but disease-causing microbes have the ability to make you sick or even cause death. Some microorganisms spoil food, clothing and leather. Harmful microorganisms include fungi, bacteria, protozoa, etc. They cause several diseases in human beings, animals and plants, which can even lead to death. The harmful microorganisms not only damages the organism body but also the food they eat. First we'll discuss disease causing microorganisms in humans. Pathogens enter our body through the air we breathe, the water we drink, or the food we eat. Here the pathogens are nothing but disease-causing microorganisms may enter through the air we breathe, the water what we drink, and the food what we are eating. They can also get transmitted by direct contact with an infected person or carried through an animal. How it can transmitted by direct contact with an infected person means if a normal person shaking the hand to the infected person, the microorganisms can transfer from infected person to the normal person, or the infected person sneezes in front of the normal person, the disease may cause. Microbial diseases that can spread from an infected person to a healthy person through air, water, food or physical contact are called communicable disease. Here communicable disease is nothing but the direct contact from an infected person to a healthy person. It may be from air, water, food or physical contact. Example of such diseases include cholera, common cold, chickenpox and tuberculosis. In this slide we have discussed about disease causing microorganisms in human and how this disease will cause in human being. Either it may be from food, water or the air what we breathe. First we should know what is disease. Any condition that causes the systems of a plant or animal to not function properly. Disease is nothing but the condition of that person is not functioning properly or the system of that person is not functioning properly. That is called as the disease. When a person suffering from common cold sneezes, fine droplets of moisture carrying thousands of viruses are spread in the air. The virus may enter the body of healthy person while breathing. Just now I said you that if an infected person sneezes in front of the healthy person or a normal person, the disease will be transferred to the healthy person also. Those fine droplets of moisture carrying thousands of viruses are spread in the air. If a healthy person respire or breathe from that air, that viruses may enter in the body of the healthy person. Next, small insects of disease or the disease carrier. There are some insects and animals which act as carriers of disease causing microbes. Housefly is one such carrier. The flies sit on the garbage and animal excreta. Animal excreta is the animal dung and the garbage is the waste product. Pathogens stick to their bodies when these flies sit on uncovered food. They may transfer the pathogens. Whoever eats the contaminated food is likely to get sick. So it is advisable to always keep food covered. Avoid consuming uncovered items of food. How the houseflies act as the disease carrier? First, that housefly sit on the garbage and animal excreta. Garbage is nothing but any spoiled food or the animal dung. If the housefly sits on that spoiled food is nothing but it contains many kind of the pathogens, means disease causing microorganisms. Those disease causing microorganisms stick to their bodies. Okay, then when these flies sit on the uncovered food, if that housefly sit on the uncovered food, after that what happened? That uncovered food is eaten by different kind of the people, and that pathogens will enter to their bodies, and whoever eats that contaminated food is likely to get the sick. Because of that, the houseflies act as one of the disease carrier. So, next disease carrier is the Anopheles mosquito, which carries the parasite of malaria. Here, Anopheles mosquito, the mouth part of that Anopheles mosquito, it carries the parasite of malaria. The parasite of malaria is nothing but Plasmodium vivax. Next disease carrier is the female Aedes mosquito, acts as carrier of dengue virus. The carrier of dengue virus or the parasite of dengue virus, it contains by the female Aedes mosquito. So students, in this slide totally 3 disease carriers we have discussed: housefly, female Anopheles mosquito and female Aedes mosquito. All mosquitoes breed in water. Hence, one should not let water collect anywhere. Means all mosquitoes breed in water means all mosquitoes reproduce in water. We should not let water collect anywhere like cooler, tires, flower pot, etc. By keeping the surrounding clean and dry, we can prevent mosquitoes from breeding. Here breeding is nothing but the we should not let the water collect anyway. It may be in the cooler, tires, flower pot, etc. Because when we'll keep the surrounding clean, it is good for us only. We can prevent mosquitoes from breeding and we can avoid spreading of different kinds of the diseases. Measures which help to avoid the spread of malaria, like apply insect repellent to exposed to skin, or use mosquito net, wear long sleeved clothing. These are the common measures to prevent from malaria. Now we will see some common human diseases caused by microorganisms and their mode of transmission and preventive measures. So first disease is tuberculosis. The causative microorganism is here bacteria and the mode of transmission through air. And the preventive measures: keep the patient in complete isolation. Keep the personal belongings of the patient away from those of the others. Vaccination to be given at suitable age. Complete isolation means the place that is separate from others, and the belongings of that infected person is also kept away from those of the other peoples, and vaccination is to be given at suitable age. Next disease, measles. Here causative microorganism is virus, mode of transmission air. The preventive measure is same as for the tuberculosis, means the patient should be kept in a complete isolation and personal belongings should be away from other peoples, and vaccination to be given at suitable age. Next, human disease, chicken pox. Causative microorganism, virus. Mode of transmission either by air or direct contact with the infected person. Preventive measure is also same. The patient should be kept in complete isolation and the personal belongings of the patient are away from those of others. Next one, polio. Here causative microorganism is virus, mode of transmission either air or water, and preventive measure is also same. Next human disease is cholera. Causative microorganism is bacteria. Mode of transmission either water or food. And here preventive measures are maintain personal hygiene and good sanitary habits. Means sanitization should be done. Consume properly cooked food and boiled drinking water. Why one should drink boiled water? Because in boiled water all the microorganisms are killed, and vaccination should be done. Next disease, typhoid. Causative microorganism is bacteria. Mode of transmission water. Preventive measures are same as cholera, like maintain personal hygiene and good sanitary habits, consume properly cooked food and boiled drinking water, and vaccination should be done. Next human disease is hepatitis B. Causative microorganism here virus, mode of transmission through water, and the preventive measures are drink boiled drinking water and vaccination should be done. And last one is malaria. Here causative microorganism is protozoa, mode of transmission through mosquito, that is Anopheles mosquito. That Anopheles mosquito will keep the parasite in the mouth. That parasite is nothing but Plasmodium vivax. And here preventive measures are use mosquito net and repellents. Here repellent is nothing but the spray or the substance which prevent from the mosquitoes. Spray insecticides and control breeding of mosquito by not allowing water to collect in the surrounding. This thing already we have learnt in the last concept. These all are the human diseases. Next, in detail, we will study the disease causing microorganisms in human by a video.
Disease-causing microorganisms in humans. Let us study some common diseases caused by microorganisms in human beings. Tuberculosis, typhoid, and cholera are bacterial diseases. The mode of transmission of tuberculosis is air. Hence, to prevent the spread of tuberculosis, the person suffering from it should be kept in isolation. Also, his or her personal things should be kept away from others. Vaccination at a suitable age should be given to prevent the disease. The mode of transmission of typhoid and cholera is water. Note that cholera spreads through food also. Such diseases can be prevented by maintaining personal hygiene and good sanitary habits. It is also essential to consume properly cooked food and boiled drinking water. Like tuberculosis, vaccination for typhoid and cholera should be given. Diseases caused by viruses are measles, chickenpox, polio, and hepatitis A. Measles, chickenpox, and polio spread through air. However, chickenpox can also spread through contact and polio through water. Hepatitis A spreads through water only. A person suffering from viral diseases should be kept in isolation. Their personal belongings should not be used by others. Vaccination for these diseases should be given at a suitable age. The best way to prevent hepatitis A is through vaccination. The causative microorganism of malaria is protozoa. The mode of transmission of this disease is mosquitoes. Since mosquitoes breed in water, care should be taken that no unnecessary stagnant water is accumulated in our surroundings. Also, use of insecticides, mosquito nets and repellents can help in preventing the spread of this disease.